If you've ever felt like money is a puzzle you've never been taught to solve, you're not alone. In this video, we're diving into the top 5 financial books that can change your relationship with money, forever. These aren't just bestsellers. They're mindsets, frameworks, and most importantly, they're simple, practical, and powerful. Let's begin. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures, his real dad and the father of his best friend. One was highly educated and worked a government job. The other, a businessman with limited schooling but unlimited financial wisdom. Their two perspectives shaped how Robert saw wealth and success. The poor dad said, "Go to school, get a secure job, play it safe." The rich dad said, "Build businesses, buy assets, understand how money works." One of the most powerful lessons from this book is that the rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. They invest in things that produce income, real estate, stocks, or businesses. The poor and middle class? They often spend money on liabilities they think are assets. For example, many think buying a house is an asset. But if it's not generating income and constantly costing you money, it's a liability. Another powerful idea: financial education is more important than a high income. You could make $200,000 a year and still be broke if you spend everything. Kiyosaki encourages us to learn about money, actively. Understand taxes, learn how to read financial statements, and study investing. He also dives into the importance of entrepreneurship and how it creates leverage. When you work a job, you trade time for money. But when you build a business or invest in assets, you create systems that make money while you sleep. Robert talks about fear and greed. Fear keeps people stuck in jobs they don't love. Greed pushes them into bad investments. The real solution? Education and discipline. He also encourages people to teach their kids about money early. Schools don't teach financial literacy, but homes can. Allowances, savings goals, and learning to invest small amounts can build lifelong habits. Key takeaways: buy assets that generate cash flow. Don't trade time for money forever. Understand money before you try to grow it. Entrepreneurship creates freedom. Teach kids about money early. How to apply it: start tracking your spending today. Split everything into assets and liabilities. Begin working toward buying more assets, even small ones, like dividend stocks or digital products. Set a goal to read one personal finance book per quarter. Share what you learn with someone else. The best way to learn is to teach. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley and William Danko. What if I told you most millionaires don't drive luxury cars or wear designer clothes? Stanley and Danko conducted a decades-long study on millionaires and discovered that most are self-made, live in modest homes, and rarely indulge in lavish lifestyles. They are disciplined savers and investors. Many of them own small businesses or work in boring, stable industries. They don't seek attention, they seek freedom. The authors describe a key principle: wealth is what you accumulate, not what you spend. That means someone earning $60,000 and saving $20,000 a year is financially healthier than someone earning $200,000 and spending every dollar. They also created a formula to measure whether you're building wealth: multiply your age by your annual income and divide by 10. If your net worth is lower than that number, you're an underaccumulator of wealth. Another insight: millionaires spend time planning their finances. They budget carefully, track net worth, and make decisions deliberately. They also teach their children to be economically self-sufficient. Giving too much financial support can backfire. It creates dependence and erodes ambition. Key traits of millionaires: they budget and track every dollar. They buy used cars and avoid debt. They invest early and consistently. They value independence over status. Real-life example. A janitor named Ronald Reed quietly amassed an $8 million fortune over his life, simply by saving and investing consistently. No high income. Just habits. How to apply it: start living like a future millionaire. Track net worth monthly. Cut back on lifestyle inflation. Avoid buying to impress. Buy to grow. Use the wealth formula to check your progress. Focus on increasing savings rate, not just income. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. Why do we make dumb decisions with money, even when we know better? Because we're human. That's the foundation of Morgan Housel's book. The Psychology of Money isn't about investing strategies or budgeting hacks. It's about emotion, behavior, and perspective. Housel argues that money is more about temperament than intellect. It's not the smartest people who win financially. It's the calmest, the most patient. He explains that everyone views money through the lens of their personal experiences. A person who grew up during inflation will see money differently from someone who inherited wealth or lived through a recession. One key idea: compounding is the greatest force in finance. but it only works if you don't interrupt it. Most investors fail because they panic during downturns. The winners are the ones who hold on. Another key concept: wealth is what you don't see. It's the money that isn't spent, the savings, investments, and emergency funds sitting quietly. Quotes from the book. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are and a lot to do with how you behave. You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune. How to apply it: set up automatic investments. Avoid the urge to chase hot stocks or time the market. Build a simple, boring portfolio and stick with it. Recognize emotional triggers and have a plan for how you'll respond when markets crash. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. This book takes a philosophical approach. It asks a tough question: are you trading your life for things that don't matter? Every dollar you spend represents time from your life that you'll never get back. If you spend $100, and your real hourly wage is $20, that's 5 hours of your life. The book encourages a 9-step program for transforming your relationship with money. It includes calculating your real hourly wage, tracking every expense, and aligning spending with your values. One exercise asks you to graph your income and expenses over time, and find the point of enough, the place where more spending no longer brings more happiness. They emphasize the importance of achieving financial independence, not necessarily retiring early, but reaching the point where you don't have to work for money. They also cover the psychological freedom that comes with simplifying life. The more you need, the more trapped you feel. But when you reduce consumption and focus on meaning, you gain time, energy, and peace. How to apply it: track all income and expenses for 1 month. Then review and ask, did this spending align with my values? Calculate your real hourly wage. Adjust spending to reflect the life you truly want, not what culture tells you to want. Begin aiming for your own enough. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. This book is a practical, action-focused guide for young professionals. But its principles apply to everyone. Ramit Sethi teaches a 6-week program to automate your finances, eliminate guilt, and spend on what you love. He debunks the idea that skipping coffee will make you rich. Instead, focus on high-leverage moves. Automatically save and invest. Optimize your credit cards and bills. Choose long-term investment accounts like Roth IRAs. He promotes a concept called money dials, the spending categories you love to turn up. Whether it's travel, health, or education, you should spend more there. The trick is cutting ruthlessly in areas you don't care about. Another key theme is automation. Ramit shows how to build a money system where everything flows automatically: paycheck to savings, bills paid on time, investments handled in the background. He also addresses invisible scripts, beliefs we absorb about money from childhood or culture. Challenging those scripts is often the first step to financial transformation. How to apply it: open high-yield savings and investment accounts. Set up automated transfers for savings, bills, and investing. Identify your money dials. Spend freely on those areas. Audit expenses and cut out the waste. Define your rich life, and design your finances around it. Conclusion: these 5 books aren't about becoming a millionaire overnight. They're about shifting how you think, about income, savings, investing, and time. Whether you're just getting started or looking to level up, pick one book today. Apply one lesson this week. Because money isn't just paper, it's a tool for freedom, fulfillment, and peace of mind. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more insights, and comment below with which book you'll start with.